Very funny, Norm. And thank you. Thank you for everything.
Welcome to MsMojo. And today, we're counting down our picks for the most genuine and/or heartfelt moments on talk shows.
I love you, man. I love you too, man.
Number 10. Conan announces Robin Williams' death. Conan.
We got some news during the show that Robin Williams has passed away.
Sometimes an important announcement comes at the most unexpected time. This is especially true of this clip from Conan O'Brien's TBS program in 2014.
He taped these shows a few hours early, and by the time you see this now on TV, I'm sure that you'll know. I'm sorry to anyone in our studio audience that I'm breaking this news.
During a taping of his show, the host received word that Robin Williams had died. The host, Andy Richter, and guest Will Arnett all decide to eulogize the comedian on the spot.
And he was an amazingly kind and generous person.
They each provide a fitting tribute to a beloved comedy icon.
He was even better as a person.
It's especially impressive to see that they're all able to muster up the words to say something in such a shocking moment. O'Brien shows that he's both taken aback by the announcement and a professional that must go on with the show.
We're thinking of Robin's family. We're thinking about everybody who he touched around the world throughout his life, and we're thinking about Robin tonight.
Number 9. Hugh Grant saves his career. The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. After being caught with a sex worker in 1995, Hugh Grant had limited options. He decided to turn this interview into one of the most honest admissions in Tonight Show history. Jay Leno immediately lets the actor know that he's made a massive mistake.
What the hell were you thinking?
Grant is deeply regretful and hopes the press will leave his family alone.
I think that would be bollocks, really, to hide behind something like that. I think you know in life pretty much what's a good thing to do and what's a bad thing, and I did a bad thing, and there you have it.
It's a commendable moment, with the star working through a major crisis in the midst of a successful decade. This segment likely saved his career, with this appearance bringing out the best in him. He shows that underneath the charming exterior is a flawed human asking for sincere understanding.
As I say, I've done an abominable thing, and she's been amazing about it, and contrary to what I read in the paper today, she's, being very supportive, and we're going to try and work it out.
Leno doesn't let him off easy, but he does give the actor props for showing up.
Thank you for coming. Terrific sport, and good luck to you.
Number 8. Norm Macdonald's tearful tribute to Letterman. Late Show with David Letterman.
Listen, folks, this will be my last time on the David Letterman show, I understand.
Not long before David Letterman left late night, Norm Macdonald delivered a comic set for his hero. The guest offered up a tribute to the legendary presenter with a few heartfelt words.
We all know that David Letterman was the greatest talk show host who ever lived, but
Macdonald wasn't the type to usually get sentimental, which makes this even more moving. Looking back, it's possible that his undisclosed health diagnosis might have influenced this reaction.
The first time I saw him, I was 13 years old. I was living in...
It's a moving show of respect and a genuine moment between two giants of comedy. If that doesn't make you emotional, we're not sure what will.
He has no truck for the sentimental, but if something is true, it is not sentimental, and I say in truth, I love you.
The younger comedian ultimately shows how much he appreciates and loves Letterman.
Norm Macdonald, ladies and gentlemen. That was very sweet, Norm. Good night, everybody.
Number 7. Surprising Steve on his birthday. Steve Harvey.
This one is a surprise.
At times like these, Steve Harvey shows that he's as much in touch with his emotional side as he is with his comic one.
Hi, Steve. This is Rich Liss from Orlando, Florida, and I called you to wish you a happy birthday and ask you one question. Do you still love me, baby?
This birthday episode of his talk show includes a surprise call from two old friends. In an instant, Harvey is transported back to a much different time in his life. You can see on his face that he's thinking about all of his struggles and his inevitable success.
I'm waiting for my answer, buddy.
He's extremely humble at this moment, showing the world that he can cry just like anybody else.
Hi, Steve.
Jesus.
We love you, buddy.
These people.
We wish you the best happy birthday.
I was 26 years old, man. I was struggling.
It's particularly moving to watch how much Harvey still loves and admires these two supportive friends.
I didn't have nothing. And these people owned the furniture store in Cleveland. And they took me in and gave me my first contract with my little carpet cleaning company.
Number 6. Dakota Johnson calls out Ellen DeGeneres, The Ellen DeGeneres Show.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited.
In this clip from 2019, Ellen DeGeneres welcomes Dakota Johnson to her talk show.
It's good to see you. Happy belated birthday. When was your birthday?
It was October 4th.
October 4th. You turned 30.
I did.
And how was the party? I wasn't invited.
The host asks why she wasn't invited to Johnson's birthday. This is disputed by the actress in an awkward confrontation between the two.
Last time I was on the show, last year, you gave me a bunch of about not inviting you, but I didn't even know you wanted to be invited.
Well, who doesn't want to be invited to a party?
Well, I didn't even know you liked me.
While DeGeneres starts out joking, it's clear that she didn't expect this to escalate.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
The interview doesn't settle down either, as the awkwardness seems to continue.
Ask everybody. Ask Jonathan, your producer. Who said you were?
I was invited?
Right.
Why didn't I go?
I don't know.
Through it all, the two professionals try to work through their disagreement as best they can. It's rare that you get someone called out on television in such an overt way.
Oh, yeah, I had that thing. It was probably in Malibu. That's too far for me to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. No, I think I do remember I was invited. Thank you.
Number 5. Craig Ferguson defends Britney Spears. The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson.
I want to talk about something tonight that's been bothering me for a little while now.
Craig Ferguson's version of The Late Late Show was something of a hidden gem in its day. He was outrageous, silly, and often profound.
When I used to watch America's Funniest Home Videos, you know, you'd be laughing at the kid falling over, and then you go, wait a minute, put down the damn camera and help your kid! What the hell is wrong with you?
This moment encompasses all three as he gives his take on Britney Spears' personal life. It's all part of a monologue about not wanting to make jokes about the singer anymore.
Tonight, no Britney Spears jokes, and here's why.
With tremendous empathy, Ferguson talks the audience through his state of mind as he considers making fun of someone during a struggle. He does so with heart and humor as he invokes his own journey with sobriety.
This Sunday, I was 15 years sober. So I looked at her weekend, and I looked at my own weekend, and I thought, you know, I'd rather have my weekend.
The host delivers it all with complete honesty, proving once again that he's an underrated part of late night history.
But what she's going through reminds me of what I was doing. It's an anniversary, you start to think about it. It reminds me of where I was 15 years ago when I was living like that. Now, I'm not saying Britney Spears is an alcoholic. I don't know if she's an alcoholic or not. But she clearly needs help.
Number 4. Jimmy talks about his mom. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
As some of you know, my mother Gloria passed away recently, and I canceled our shows last week to be with my family.
Jimmy Fallon is usually all smiles and laughs during his Tonight Show broadcasts. This moment captures his more serious side, holding back tears as he eulogizes his mother.
She would squeeze my hand 3 times and say, I love you. And I would squeeze back, I love you too. And last week I was in the hospital at her side, and I grabbed her hand and I squeezed, I love you.
He shares fond memories of her that include a heartbreaking way he would squeeze his mom's hand. Letting the audience into his personal life, Fallon wears sadness on his face as he describes his grief. The heartfelt tribute continues with thoughtful messages to the people around him.
I feel so grateful to be able to do this every single night, and I'm very appreciative of all the support from all of you that my family received over the past week.
It might not be the way we're used to seeing him, but the presenter earns our respect for showing us how to honor our loved ones.
Mom, I'll never stop trying to make you laugh. I love you. More
Number 3. Regina King and Jimmy Kimmel share a moment. Jimmy Kimmel Live. At the beginning of this interview, Jimmy Kimmel asks Regina King how she's doing.
Right now, I'm good.
Good.
It's a simple question with a much deeper context.
I know you've been through a lot the last year.
Yeah.
King had lost her son within the last 2 years of the appearance, prompting the TV personality to offer some support. She gives an honest answer that gives a glimpse into her grieving process. The actress watches Kimmel start to tear up, offering her hand as a sign of goodwill.
Hey.
It's good to see you, Jimmy.
Good to see you, too.
It's a genuine moment that you rarely see on any kind of late-night program. Seeing these two share a few seconds together, they say so much about humanity without having to say much at all.
Did you see William Shatner backstage?
Number 2. Letterman apologizes for affair. Late Show with David Letterman.
I'm glad you folks are here tonight, and I'm glad you're in such a pleasant mood because I have a little story that I would like to tell you and the home viewers as well. Do you feel like a story?
David Letterman had one massive scandal related to having affairs with staffers. Someone tried to blackmail him about it, but the host decided to reveal the information instead.
It says that I know that you do some terrible, terrible things, and I can prove that you do these terrible things.
This 2009 moment comes as one of the most honest and awkward of his entire tenure on The Late Show. Letterman is very direct about his actions and doesn't try to excuse them. By the end, the TV personality thanks law enforcement and withholds additional details to protect his family.
And we say, can we run a couple of things by you guys? And so we took the stuff down there and they said, whoa, hello, this is blackmail.
The host does not mince words about the saga and its implications for his career. By being open about the entire event, the comedian likely helped his reputation.
I need to certainly protect my family. I need to protect myself, hope to protect my job, and the friends, everybody that has been very supportive through this. And I don't plan to say much more about this on this particular topic.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Conan's farewell address, The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. Rather than being negative, O'Brien finds the hope in his Tonight Show departure.
But this company has been my home for most of my adult life. I am enormously proud of the work we've done together, and I want to thank NBC for making it all possible. I really do.
Seth Meyers' wife gives birth. Late Night with Seth Meyers. An embarrassing and endearing story about a childbirth in an apartment lobby.
I looked at my wife, and the only way I can describe how my wife looked was she looked like someone who was hiding a baby in a pair of sweatpants. It was like someone who was trying to like sneak a baby on a plane.
Joy did not miss Megan. The View. The feuding co-hosts remind everyone that they're true television rivals.
I'm talking about
somebody
so much
answer.
joy.
Yeah.
You missed me so much when I was on maternity leave. You missed me so much. You missed fighting with me. Don't act like you missed fighting with me.
I did not miss you.
Fallon finds out Kidman liked him. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The comedian looks shocked after he learned he missed a chance with the acclaimed actress.
I liked you, and he was like, not now. I'm married now. But he was like, oh, well, you can meet. I mean, I don't. Not that way.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Jimmy Kimmel talks about his son. Jimmy Kimmel Live.
The story to tell about something that happened to our family last week. I'm sorry, I try not to get emotional, but it was a scary story.
Instead of a typical monologue, Jimmy Kimmel wears his emotions on his sleeve here.
Before I go into it, I want you to know it has a happy ending, okay?
He tells the harrowing story of his son Billy's birth and heart condition. It's clear that the host is on the edge of losing it at several points. Struggling to maintain his composure, Kimmel is overcome by a mix of genuine concern, love, and thankfulness.
It's a terrifying thing. My wife is back in the recovery room. She has no idea what's going on. And I'm standing in the middle of a lot of very worried-looking people, kind of like right now.
He also spotlights the work of the amazing medical staff that saved his kid.
And the truly awe-inspiring team at Children's Hospital Los Angeles, led by Dr. Vaughn Starnes, who saved so many lives. This man has saved thousands of lives and turned so much sorrow into happiness. I'll never be able to thank him.
It's a commendable speech that's both personal and universal. By the end, the comedian makes a compelling case for changes to the U.S. healthcare system. It's among the most heart-wrenching moments in recent talk show history.
All my coworkers who sent a box of cards it meant a lot to my wife. I didn't read them, but it meant a lot.
Did we forget another candid moment from talk show history? Let us know in the comments below.
I called 911, and over the course of a minute conversation, I basically said, we're about to have a baby, we're having a baby, we had a baby.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.